Well, you know, as Yankee Magazine celebrating our 75th anniversary began in 1935, I've been talking about the six New England states individually, and today I thought I'd talk about my home state of Maine. Now, Maine sort of is responsible for that indirect manner of speaking. You know, you come into a Maine town, you might stop at the gas station and ask where the hotel is. And the fellow might say, "Which hotel?" And you might say, "Oh, really? I didn't know there was more than one hotel in this town." To which he might reply, "I didn't know there was any." That would be typical Maine. The Maine humor is kind of, coastal humor is one thing. That's sort of understated. The asking direction jokes kind of come under that category, you know? Understated humor along the coast of Maine. "Can you tell me how to get to Livermore Falls?" "Well, if I was to go to Livermore Falls, I don't believe I'd start from here." You know, and there are a million of them, and everybody knows them all, but they're fun. Inland Maine has a sort of the Paul Bunyan, overstated kind of humor. I was from Inland Maine, up in Vanceboro. And that, well, an example I'm trying to think. Oh, well, how to make Maine tea? Maine tea should be prepared out of doors in a pot with double thick armor plate. You should have about a pound of tea in a tablespoon full of water. That's about the right proportion. Pound of tea, tablespoon of water. Then you boil it for about 2 days, or until all the foliage within 3 miles around has withered away from the fumes it gives off. Okay, that's the kind of inland Maine humor. Sometimes there's a combination. And I like this little story of the New Yorker comes up to Calais, Maine, and he was being showed around by a native of Calais, and the New Yorker kept saying, "Oh, it's a nice town, but there's so many old people here. How come you have so many old people here in Calais?" And the native didn't say anything. It sort of irritated him, but he didn't say anything. So finally he got outside town, and they got to the cemetery. "Oh, beautiful cemetery here," the New Yorker said. "It's gorgeous." "Yes, it is," said the native. "We had to kill a man to start it." "Yes!" Well, anyway, that's Maine.